All right, good afternoon. Almost 1 o'clock here. Blake Holland with you inside the East Texas newsroom. We continue to follow the very latest on flooding conditions all across East Texas. One of the areas with a bunch of road closures, we saw a bunch of school closures earlier today, is Panola County. And we're joined live right now via Zoom by the Panola County Judge Roger McLane. He joins us from Carthage. Judge, good morning, or I guess I should say good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Blake. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Want to begin first off with just kind of general update on what you've been seeing in Panola County and what's going on right now.
Well, we still have quite a few roads closed, and I'll be honest with you, the true nature of the water's destruction won't truly be known until it's receded. We have a lot of roads that we can't see that are covered by water. Streams quickly become creeks, which become mini rivers in many cases. So I know throughout the county and each precinct, we have culverts that have been pushed through or completely are gone. And that's going to be, an added expense to each precinct, each commissioner. They're going to handle that, and they're all out working. I know they told me, one of them told me they were out last night until 9 or 10 o'clock with their guys out on the roads, cutting trees and all that kind of thing. And, and I will add, there's quite a few people in the county still without power. And I know we appreciate all the linemen out there working as well.
And Judge McLane, I want to talk about what's happening at the courthouse. I know that we sent out a message that you had sent out earlier today about the courthouse having to close early. What's going on there?
So, Blake, each elected official in the county has the right to close their office as they see fit. And we had quite a few of those because, the schools were closed, daycares were closed. So our ladies in our offices who can help run those offices weren't able to get there. Well, and then added on to that, we had some water issues. As you've seen, we are having quite a bit of construction going on. This wasn't related to that. We had just a regular flooding through the elevator shaft, oddly enough, coming up through the ground as old buildings do. It's a 71-year-old building. So we're having to pump that out. Our maintenance supervisor, Mr. Tommy Earl, was handling that. And, so you have power cords running through hallways and suction pumps running through hallways. And it was a trip hazard for, our visitors and our guests. Elevator was down. So any handicap or somebody who handicapped guest or anybody who needed to use that wouldn't be able to. So I made the call after consultation with some folks that I thought it was best in the safety, in the interest of safety and in the interest of our guests' convenience to just go ahead and close down for the day, and we'll return tomorrow at normal time.
Okay, very good. And Judge McLane, I want to talk about not only what's happening now, but what's to come. You being from Deadwood, Texas, USA, there in Panola County, you're familiar with the Sabine River. And, I was looking at some of the forecast for the river stages in the days to come. And we know that after these events, it's not so much what's happening right now, but what's going to happen in the day after and the day after that, because we do expect the Sabine River to continue to rise. How big of a problem could that be for people living downstream in places like Deadwood or near the state line in Logansport?
Well, it's going to be much more along the folks south of 2517. They're really who are going to be affected by that. In Deadwood, we're kind of protected by the bluffs along the river. I can speak. I went to my pond yesterday at the back of my place, and the emergency spillway, water was flowing over it. And I thought, oh gosh, what's going to happen now? Commissioner Dale LeBron, who you interviewed a few years ago when his place was nearly flooded, his home was nearly flooded. They've since moved his home, but he and I were talking. His daughter's home, I just talked to her a little bit ago. She's concerned about some flooding at her home. And, that's just a few people there. I mean, all the people downstream from that, then you get into Shelby County and all down through there. Those folks are going to really need to be watching the river levels. And I know, Merville Creek flows into the Sabine River there. It goes through Precinct 1, Precinct 4. That's going to be some issues. Yellow Dog, County Road 455, that area, I know it's already up to the boat ramp. I saw a video just a little bit ago on Facebook, the great conveyor of, media, and I saw that, and the water was all the way up on 2517, FM 2517 going into the Deadwood community. So us folks across the river are watching. I was just listening. My fire chief, Jerry Coxon, and my neighbor, he was just talking on the scanner, giving an update to his crew. And he said, Flatwoods folks, take care of y'all. Deadwood folks, we're going to take care of us because FM 31 is now flooded at Sockagee Creek. So there's no passing. So you have to go all the way around. And, a lot of folks out there, myself included, we do a lot of business in Logansport or Joaquin, across the state line. And that's going to be troublesome for a lot of folks. I know people personally who work in Logansport, and I'm just talking to a friend about how she was going to get home right on the Louisiana border where 2517 crosses over. You know, you and I know lots of people that way. And it's very, you know, people have much worse situations to deal with, but it is a slight inconvenience, but we'll get through it.
And looking at the radar right now, Panola County getting a break as we speak, more rain in the forecast. What's the advice for people living in Panola County as we go through the rest of this day and the days to come?
My advice is stay home. If you can, if you don't have to be out, stay home, find a good book, and stay home and enjoy your family as much as you can. I know the schools were closed today. Elysian Fields, Carthage, Gary, Beckville. STAR testing is going on some of those campuses, but enjoy the day. It's a pretty day right now. It's beautiful, sun shining and green. I know that there is some more rain coming. I know that's going to happen, but make the best of it and find a good book and find a good corner is what I said some folks earlier. So.
Very good. Panola County Judge Roger McLane, our thanks to you for making some time for us this afternoon, and keep those updates coming. We appreciate them.
Thank you, Blake. We appreciate y'all.
All right, very good. Again, Panola County Judge Roger McLane joining us live on East Texas Now this afternoon as we continue to follow the very latest on flooding happening all across East Texas. I know our team here in the newsroom and also the reporters out in the field continue to get the latest information on road closures. We're also going to be following as we now head into Thursday if any other schools are going to go ahead and start making those decisions to either delay classes for tomorrow or cancel because we saw that this morning, especially there in Panola County. You had Carthage, Beckville, Gary, you had Panola College, the Early College High School, all of those institutions announcing closures this morning because we woke up and we figured out that a lot of those county roads were still flooded, causing big problems for any buses that needed to make it down those roads to get kids, and then of course the parents who couldn't at sometimes, you know, some of those county roads actually get out of their neighborhoods. So
absolutely, Blake, and we just spoke with